Hi there once again, it's good to be back here. It's Richard here, and today we are going to be taking a look at a device in my hand here. Actually, it does vape okay. I mean, if you're using it on wattage, and right now I've got it on temperature control on TCR mode and vaping it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, stainless steel, okay, 32 watts on my Vape tank. You see, there's a lot of drama that's been going on with this 213 watt temperature control device. Is it 213 or is it 155? I think there's enough reviews out there to prove that it's 155. It doesn't hit up to 213. But then again, I hardly, if not never, have gone up to more than 100, so that doesn't bother me, okay? Before we go on, I just want to mention that this was sent to me for the purpose of this review a while back by Hub Malaysia. Hub Malaysia is one of the top 5 most established vape stores in Malaysia. The reason why I'm saying that is because I've got people who are subscribers who's actually emailed or written to me and asked me for recommendations for vape stores, and Hub Malaysia was one of them that I recommend. And they reply me and ask me whether they could be trusted. Yes, they could be, and they are very well established in Malaysia. The owner is called John. John is a really cool guy, awesome fella. So you can get in touch with him and talk to him if there's anything you're not happy with, okay? But thank you very much, John, for sending this my way for the so-called review. But unfortunately, I'd have to say I don't have very many nice things to say about it. And you can't blame me because I'm not the only one. Apparently, this device has been slammed left, right, and center by a lot of vapors out there, even fellow reviewers as well, because it just has got too many issues on it. Well, I've been using it for a while. You know, there are a couple of things which I'll show you in the close-ups. I'm not going to say, because I'm no expert, to be honest, okay? I don't have any tools to test it. I'm just your Joe Vapor, ordinary guy, vaping on it, okay? And right now I'm vaping this on my Vape tank, stainless steel. I've got it on TCR mode, firing at 400 watts, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 watts. Sorry, not 200 watts, 32 watts. On stainless steel so far, you know, it's okay with me, okay? But then again, like I said, I'm no expert. Anyway, for the benefit of Malaysians, if you're planning to get this one, let's go ahead and take a look at it anyway. This is the Sigelei 213. Alright guys, before I actually go on, I think there's enough videos out there on YouTube by fellow reviewers to tell you a lot more about this product. Now, just also want to highlight the fact that I am definitely nowhere anywhere close to being an electronics engineer. My knowledge for electronics is I'm just your ordinary Joe Vapor, you know, basing this on, you know, feel and my experience using the device, and basically that's about it. I am no Pete Bersado or Daniel from DJ LSB Vapes. Those guys know what they're talking about with the tools to measure its accuracy and things like that. Even if they gave you those tools, I wouldn't know how to work it. That I'll admit, okay? Alright, so I'm just, like I said, going to give you my personal take on this, on the way I, you know, my feel on using it and what I think of it, alright? Especially for Malaysians, if you're planning to buy one, in case you're planning to buy one, okay? This is still relatively new in Malaysia. Starters, looks-wise, I can tell you this is really one good-looking device, you know, with the display on the side, the carbon fiber, especially mine with a gunmetal version here, very, very nice. It feels very good in the hands ergonomically, light, good, okay, even despite the fact that it takes dual 18650s. Apart from that, if you're vaping on what do you call power mode, that's all good. No problems with power mode at all. On TC mode, now that's the big question mark there. I know a lot of you would say this is totally crap, but I will reserve my thoughts on that. You know, so far because stainless steel for me seems like it's okay. Besides that, 2 amp charging. After all the issues that people have pointed out, I'd suggest you charge your batteries externally just to be safe. It's a lot safer that way. All right, tell you what, I'm not going to go into details right now. It'll take a long time. I'm going to try to make this video short because basically I just want to show you this device for those of you who haven't got a chance to look at it or planning to buy one. Let's go for close-ups now. I'll show you, some of the things that I found out, and then come back, we'll vape some more, and I'll give you my thoughts, all right? So I'll catch you later. Sigelei 213 website, vape it, love it. Underneath, and that shows you the wattage range, output wattage, voltage, resistance range, temperature, and all that. Designed by Al San Jose, California, made in China. So this is a collaboration between US and China as well. So slide it open. It's not a magnetic flap top or anything like that. And you have the instruction of Sigelei security code. Also the user manual. The size of this is actually 88 by 44 by 29 millimeters. Main material carbon fiber, reinforced aluminum space frame. And that's the instructions guide for you, showing you how to do the settings as usual. And you have your little USB cable here. Alright, so that's your little tiny cable there. So instead of putting it back, I'm just going to put it aside. It's got a very nice carbon fiber top to it. Display screen and on the side, plus and minus button, firing button. That's your charge port there. Battery cover. So to open up the battery cover, just push and it's open up like that. And it's marked positive, negative, so you just match your batteries alongside it. And I'm going to get 2 batteries right now, plus and minus. So this is in series mode. Push it down, push, and it goes back in there. The display screen shows you the temperature, the wire that you're using, stainless steel 316. That's your resistance, your voltage on the left, 32 watts, the power that you're firing at. And on the right, it shows you the battery in voltage, what's the balance. So 4.14, 4.15, it just keeps going. And it's 100% full battery. And it's also got a battery indicator bar here at the bottom. So click it 3 times. And you go into your wire settings, power, stainless steel, titanium, nickel, TCR, and TFR. So you can actually go from one to another. If you click it on TCR, it's got memories. That's for stainless steel, 92 Fahrenheit. Click it 3 times. Let's say you go on stainless steel, click it. As you choose, 304 Fahrenheit, and it shows here stainless steel 304. And also, if you want to lock your resistance, just click the plus and minus button together, resistance lock, or you could read the resistance. The plus and the firing button, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Preheat power adjustment. Alright, hold it. It goes into your watts. You can adjust your wattage from here when you're on temperature control. 32, 33, 35, whatever. Okay. And then you click the fire button. Goes to your preheat, how many seconds you want. I've set it to 3 seconds. You can set it down lower to 2 seconds if you want to. We'll just leave it at 3 seconds. That's about the time I take a nice long vape. And then back to your main screen again. Let's say you have a tank here. And you click it. It shows you 0.88 ohms. I don't know whether you can see that. 0.88 ohms. And you want it to lock your resistance. I've got stainless steel coils in here, by the way. We're going to set to stainless steel. Alright, stainless steel at 316, which is what I have in there. Click that, Fahrenheit. So it shows you stainless steel 316. Hit the plus and minus button together. Resistance lock, resistance read. Okay, so what you got to do is read the resistance first, because if you lock it, whatever tank that you had previously, it's going to lock on that resistance of the previous tank and not this one. So what you got to do is read the resistance for this tank first. So it says 0.885. Okay, now you want to lock it again. You got to press both of these again, and then you click lock, hold lock, and you have locked the resistance at 0.88. If I were to take this out and just say, for example, I'm going to put in another tank and just click fire, you see it's showing me the previous tank resistance at 0.88. When I fire it, it's firing at 0.88 ohms. Alright, and it's still showing that. Alright, so what I've got to do is actually get in there, double click it, unlock the resistance because I've had it locked earlier on. Read the resistance. I've got juice leaking out of this tank, excuse me. Read it. It's actually 0.49. See, that's the actual resistance of this tank. But if I don't go in there and read the resistance, it's going to log in as the previous resistance. And then if I want to lock in, I got to go in there again. Now I lock it. So that's the thing. Alright, so something else I want to show you. I'm going to put this aside and get myself the Anakin temperature control. This is the Coolfire 4 TC 100 watts. And I've got a dripper with dry cotton here on a stainless steel coil. This should be reading at 0.5 if I'm not mistaken, just for testing purposes. So dry cotton here, and as always, once you put it on, it'll ask you what wire you're using. Go to stainless steel, that's what I have there, stainless steel. I click OK, 400 degrees, 30 watts, 0.56, that's what it's showing here on the Anakin. With the dry cotton on the Anakin, I'm going to just hit the fire button. It glows for a while and it stops. Temperature protect. Yeah? Let's do it again. Bit of smoke there. And it stops. And I pull it. Yes, it's charred a little bit. Yeah, as you can see. But it stops. The temperature control works. What I'm going to do is still have cotton in there. I'm just going to snip this off because it's just too long. It's at the end there. I'm going to leave it in there. And I'm going to try it with the Sigelei 213. I'm going to take out the tank. Stainless steel coil. Now I'm going to read it first. Okay. Unlock. Read it again. So it's 0.561. Okay, that's what it's reading, 0.56. 1, 2, 3. Make sure it's on stainless steel. See, every time you click 3 times, it goes back to power mode, and you got to set it to the right type wire. Stainless steel 316, 400 degrees, firing at 30 watts, same wattage as, you know, the Anakin. So, dry cotton here. No burnt mark, nothing. Everything all set. And we're going to hit the fire button now. It just failed the cotton burn test. So if you're vaping on and your tank goes dry, that's it. So sad to say, there's no temperature protect for this. Well, basically those are the few things that I've discovered from using the Sigelei 213. Let's get back topside, we'll vape on it and I'll leave you my thoughts. Apparently they came out with a Fuchai 213 to try and take its place because of all the slamming it's gotten from people, from reviewers and all that, from what you see on YouTube. But a lot of people are also saying that the Fuchai 213 is no different, except the body is made out of zinc alloy for that, and this has got carbon fiber on it, and it's more attractive, and it sells a lot more expensive. Other than that, the chipset, apparently, from what they say, it's the same as this. So, if you're planning to buy the Fuchai, that is something really to think about. So the pros and cons for this. The pros, basically, it's a very good looking device, that I have to admit, and it feels very nice in the hands. I have enjoyed using it because of the size. Very nice to keep it in your pocket and all that. It's not too heavy, and it looks very, very good with the display on the side. And what I really like is it shows you, both the battery levels, how much you got left in there, the battery bar and things like that. Very nice, the way it looks and feels. But other than that, the con actually outweighs all the pros. Misfiring, yes, I've experienced that before. Hit it and it doesn't fire. You got to hit it again and then it fires. So it misfires. No temperature protect. You've seen the bottom cotton get burnt. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but if I'm not, please leave a comment below. I really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm no expert. I'm just your ordinary Joe Vapor. Resistance, when I change out this tank to another tank, the resistance doesn't stay from stainless steel to stainless steel, that is. You have to go in there, reset the resistance again, and then lock it again. Otherwise, chances are, if the resistance are different, you might burn that cotton, the wick. Okay, so that's a bit of a hassle to me. Power wise, apparently it's not delivering 213 watts. It's giving you something like 155. Not that I vape at anything more than 100. I'm just like your 20-30 watt vapor on a tank, and if I'm dripping it max out, go 70-80, and that's about it. Okay, but it's not just delivering what it says. Not software upgradable. A lot of vendors have put out that it's software upgradable, but apparently what has gone around that, it is not software upgradable. So there's a lot of cons to this. Inaccuracy of the temperature control and things like that. So this is all collected from what I've heard, what I've seen on YouTube and things like that. So based on all that, if you're planning to get this, would I buy the Sigelei 213 if this wasn't sent to me by Vapor Hub Malaysia? Nice, generous people. Thank you, John, again. No. Sad to say, I'm not going to buy it, because if you talk about high power devices, even that, there's so many out there in the market to choose from and probably cost less. All right. If you really want to get this for the way it looks at it, I would highly recommend you to go and look at all the reviews and check it out and make it worth your money before you go out and buy it. So basically that's about it for the Sigelei 213 from me. One more vape, we're going to call this a wrap. On stainless steel, it works fine for me. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And until the next one, God bless, keep safe, and vape on. Thank you. Bye-bye.